Good morning, day 29, my Nobo bib walk. I'm at Blackwood. Good morning again, day 29, my Nobo bib walk. I'm just dropping off Blackwood Shelter. It was chock-a-block up here last night. There was tents everywhere, people in the hut. It wasn't chockers, there was room for more, but there was probably 20 people up here last night, which is the most I've had on a shelter yet, at a camp yet. So the plan today, head down to Balingup. Should be about a half day walk. It's about 10 to 7 now. So I should be there by around lunchtime. I'll stop somewhere for brekkie along the way. And then check into I'm hoping I've got this cottage booked, but we'll see. She didn't take a deposit, and it worries me that there's a field day on in town and the place is going to be chock-a-block. So if this one falls through, I won't have too many more options. I might have to just charge gear and keep going through. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge later on. I'll spin the camera around now and look at something better than me, seeing we've got some views for a change. This is slightly unusual for the bib. I've got good views. Well, for the forested section. A lot of noise, well, not noise, there's a rumbling in this camp. There must be a mine or something going all night nearby. I don't know if you can hear that. That sounds like logging or something, but I thought there might have been something else going overnight. Anyway, it didn't keep me awake. So I'm walking through the pine forest initially this morning, and then I think I dropped through a paddock. So the walking's a little bit varied today. Gee, there's a lot of blackberries on this section. I guess because it's logging land, forestry land, and not parks, but that's just a guess. What's that? Pampas. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's not native. Those fluffy white things. It's a bit like I'm walking through the Western Front here. At least it's pine they're logging, I suppose, and not native forest. Well, there's the sun. I think it's going to be a warm day. It's meant to rain tonight, or showers, I think, tonight, so it's probably a cool change coming through, I think. But today is going to be a warm one. So I'm dropping down into that valley. There's a road over there. I can just see in the mist. You probably won't see it with the camera. I'm going to climb up. So about to leave the forestry and enter a bit of farmland. I'm going to get wet feet through here with the dewy grass, I think, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. Gee, that tree stripper, whatever you call it, ruins the serenity a bit, doesn't it? So I'm just dropping down to the fence line now. I'll pick up that road up the other side of the valley. Looks like the farmer might be resting this paddock. Haven't seen any cows. Pretty sure there's a sign down here that says something about the bull. Walking's free, but the bull will charge later or something along those lines. I seem to remember from my last visit, but no bovine action this morning. If it wasn't for that, the forestry, it'd be the machinery, it'd be idyllic walking through here this morning. I knew there was something about a bull. Alright, out of the farmland. Following a road for a little bit. I'll climb up that road down there. I'm back in the bush now. Feels a lot more peaceful. So down through the trees there is Mount Jones Dam. I've just stopped for brekkie too. It was very nice to be in the bush for brekkie. It's once I left the forestry and the farmland, it's certainly a lot quieter. Yes, this is Mount Jones Dam. If I wasn't heading into town for a shower, I might have a swim there. So the dam is a leftover from a tin mine that used to be here years ago. So probably okay to swim. I don't know if I'd drink out of it. Alright, back up into the hills. Well, a bit smoky. This seat's a bit of a landmark on the Bib. It's normally just a perfect spot to gaze out over the country, but unfortunately the smoke's kind of playing havoc this morning. There's a lot of prescribed burns going on, obviously. So I got about 7 k's to Balingup. So it's looking like I'll be there around about 11, I guess, maybe a little bit earlier even. I've got an old railway, a tourist railway that I'll walk a little bit along up here soon, so that'll be a bit of a highlight. So I'm not sure if this is a tourist railway or just closed. It doesn't look like the rails are used too often. Anyway, there's a track. The track's over there in the bushes, weaving up and down, but I thought I'd follow the railway line for a little while. So I'm walking through a forest park here on the way into Balingup. It's obviously some kind of a botanic garden or arboretum or something. Arboretum. Probably a good time to do this too, in autumn. The leaves are changing colour. Well, this has been a nice little interlude. I might trudge into town. The wind picked up before. I was hoping it was going to blow the smoke away, but it didn't. So there's a picnic area, gas barbies, toilets, shelters in this little park you walk through on the way into town. So if you haven't got it in you to make the last couple of Ks without a break, this is a nice spot. All right, I'm heading down to the cafe. So I'm just leaving the park now. Rejoin the roads, I think, for the final walk into Balingup. About 2 Ks from town. Definitely recommend this little kind of loop in autumn when the leaves are changing. It is a little bit longer than just walking straight down the road, but it's much more interesting. This is the official track. Last time I walked out of town on this track, this dam here was overflowing and this track was flooded. Well, not flooded, but there was water flowing across it. It's very dry at the moment. I've gone from the Great Flood walk to the Great Drought walk. Okay, I'm in Balingup. Let's head for the cafe, grab something to eat. I think it's called the Mushroom Cafe. Went to last time. There's 2 here. There's Mr. Foster's or something. It's meant to be pretty good too. And then I'll ring my accommodation and make sure it's still on. And then I'll visit the supermarket before I wander up to my accommodation, I think. Alright, just checked into Balinga Cottages in Balingup. Very nice. This is $2.50 a night. I've just had to dump my pack in here. So for $2.50 you've got your shower, massive shower, heated towel rack by the look of it, toilet, a couple of sinks. I can do some washing there maybe. They've got washing machine on site. The lady's given me a foot bath for some Epsom salts. She must have known. There's a room in here with a couple of single beds, and then there's the Queen or King for me. There's a Canara, the sound system, telly, microwave, full kitchen. I've got some supplies, but look at it, I've got some fresh bread and some eggs. This is very, very nice. So yeah, it cost me $250 per night, which I think is pretty reasonable for something this good. All right, speaking of good, I'm going to jump in the shower and have a good shower. Okay, day 29 of my Nobo bib walk. I forgot what direction I'm heading. So I'm in Balingup, but Balinga Cottages, I think it is. Very comfortable place to stay. I've done some washing. I'll do some more tomorrow. It's raining outside. It's been windy, so it's quite a good day to have a roof over my head, I think. I walked just under 20 Ks today and climbed about 450 metres on my journey from Blackwood Shelter into Balingup. A bit of a scrappy day, a lot of blackberries, there's some pine forest that's not super inspiring. The agricultural land, the rural land wasn't too bad. And then, you walk beside some quiet roads into town. The arboretum wasn't bad actually, with the leaves changing colour. I think most people would probably just keep walking along the road, but the little arboretum was worth the kind of weaving around the side of the creek there. It was probably worth doing. Balingup's a nice little place. I like it, so I'm going to have a rest day tomorrow. I'm going to meet up with Rails from Rails and Bales, the trail angel that hosts hikers here. I've never stayed with her, but we'll catch up for a coffee tomorrow. All in all, life's good. Raining outside. I've got everything, well, most things clean. The tent's dry. I'm about to get into bed. So I'll catch you tomorrow for day 30, which will be basically a rest day in Balingup. So, yeah, let's see what the town has to offer, hey? All right, take it easy. See you tomorrow.